Yo man, welcome back to the channel, man. Shipbo Mickal. And today's video, we got cop gets sued after arresting man for drinking in his own apartment. Let's get into it.
June 8th, 2024, Officer Ronald Lalumandiere and several other officers with the Newport Police Department responded to an assault in a parking lot outside of the Newport, Kentucky apartment complex where Brandon Reddig resided. As the officers were investigating the assault, Mr. Reddig directed remarks towards the officers from the balcony of his girlfriend's apartment, which was located in the same building. The encounter was captured on officer body camera.
Obviously, I'm trying to get in. You don't have a rack. You have a rack, sir?
I don't even have a car here.
You guys don't even have like a paper towel? I'm on foot.
Hey, I didn't know that. I was just sitting on my bike when she came up and the other girl just started swinging on her.
You said it was a fight?
Huh?
Figure it out. Figure the out.
So I had a guy come up yesterday screaming at us because jerseys were so loud, and we had just talked to the manager. He was going back. He comes up doing the same type of figure it out.
I'm trying to figure out who's screaming over there. I'm trying to figure out who's screaming over there. Like, what's going on over there?
He's like, you useless. I'm like, oh, do what? So I got after it. So he was gone. Regardless, he was gone, and I was just, dude. And I'm like, just come up and talk to me. I'll tell you. Turning it off right now. We call it. Like if you just would have come ask me about it. You know what I mean?
Hey! Hey! Time for you to quit! Hey!
If you yell again, I'm going to arrest you.
Hey, stop right now.
Wait, that's his girlfriend? Wait, why is his girlfriend down there though?
You're going to go to jail.
I didn't do anything.
I don't care. You're egging it on. Stop.
Then what would be the reason for jail?
Disorderly conduct.
But I didn't.
Yes, you did. If you want to test the waters, you'll go in cuffs.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
All right. We're almost out of here.
Hey! Enough!
Unit number 320.
Keep it up. I'll take you to jail. Yeah, absolutely.
Officer Lalumandiere threatens to arrest the assault victim and Mr. Reddig for disorderly conduct. Section 525.060 of the Kentucky Revised Statutes states that, quote, a person is guilty of disorderly conduct in the second degree when, in a public place, and with intent to cause public inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm, or wantonly creating a risk thereof, he...
Oh, you can literally get arrested for that? I ain't know you can literally get it. What? Where in a public place and with intent to cause public. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense because if the police trying to arrest somebody, a person can literally like trying to arrest somebody. A person can literally distract the cops or whatever, and the person can get away. So then they can get arrested, right?
engages in fighting or in violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior, makes unreasonable noise, refuses to obey an official order to disperse issued to maintain public safety in dangerous proximity to a fire, hazard, or other emergency, or creates a hazardous or physically offensive condition by any act that serves no legitimate purpose. Section 525.010 defines the term public place as, quote, a place to which the public or a substantial group of persons has access and includes but is not limited to highways, transportation facilities, schools, places of amusements, parks, places of business, playgrounds, and hallways, lobbies, and other portions of apartment houses and hotels, not constituting rooms or apartments designed for actual residence. The statute also states that, quote, an act is deemed to occur in a public place if it provides its offensive or prescribed consequences in a public place. Therefore, while the assault victim was clearly in a public place, a court could also find that the balcony of the apartment was a public place for the purposes of the disorderly conduct statute, as Mr. Reddig's shouts could be heard in public. In the 2022 case of Martinez versus Commonwealth.
That makes sense. See, I didn't know that they can actually arrest you for that. I didn't know that, but, well, wait, but does it also mean, like, what state you're in? Also, does that apply to, like, every state in the United States? I don't know. If y'all know, can you please let me know down below? I don't really know.
The Court of Appeals of Kentucky concluded that a private apartment patio could be a public place for purposes of the disorderly conduct statute when officers could hear an individual yelling from it from several blocks away. Accordingly, it is possible that Mr. Rettig could be convicted of disorderly conduct if a court determined that he was making quote-unquote unreasonable noise from the balcony. As the Supreme Court of Kentucky explained in the 1994 case of Commonwealth versus Jones, what is considered quote-unquote reasonable noise, now quoting, depends upon the time, place, nature, and purpose of the noise. So-called unreasonable was preferred over so-called loud because loud noises may be appropriate in some places and on some occasions. Content, volume, and surrounding circumstances may be considered together when making a determination of reasonableness. Applying this standard, the court determined that it is typically the jury's responsibility to decide whether noise is quote-unquote reasonable based on the specific circumstances in which it occurred. And in the specific case it was considering, the court found sufficient evidence for the jury to conclude that the defendant made unreasonable noise by speaking louder than a normal conversational volume. Therefore, it is possible that a jury could convict both Mr. Rettig and the assault victim for disorderly conduct if it found the volume of their speech to be quote-unquote unreasonable.
That's crazy. I did not know that, so the jury can determine. Dang, I see. This is what I like about learning more things. Because I did not know about stuff like this. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know stuff like this. You get what I'm saying? I didn't know that. I didn't know that they can arrest you for stuff like this. I didn't know that. But also, I'm pretty sure it doesn't determine like what state you're in. I don't know. I don't know if really determine it. I'm just be quiet.
Don't worry about it. I got keys to your apartment.
You see how he did not want to walk up them stairs? Look, he did not want to walk up them stairs. Gotta take that elevator. Gotta take that elevator, man. Gotta take that elevator.
Officer Lalumandier, who is a former tenant of Mr. Rettig's apartment complex, uses an old key card to gain access to the locked apartment building and secure elevator, and he and two other officers knock on Mr. Rettig's girlfriend's apartment door. According to a lawsuit filed by Mr. Rettig regarding this encounter, quote, "The apartment complex is private property, with access strictly limited to current residents and their invitees, as well as authorized personnel. It is not open to the public, and people from off the street may not enter the property at any time. The building is instead a secure apartment complex." Now, while several federal circuits have concluded that tenants do not have a reasonable expectation of privacy in apartment building hallways or other common areas, the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, which has jurisdiction over Kentucky, held in the 1976 case of United States versus Carragher that, quote, "A tenant in an apartment building has a reasonable expectation of privacy in the common areas of the building not open to the general public." And
wait, so then it's like a private type of apartment complex? So then the Rettig dude, the reading dude, or whatever his name is, he's in the right? See, but the thing is, I really feel like if there's an old tenant that used to live at the apartment and he still has an old key card, there's no way that an old key card should still work. Like, I understand, but I feel like if you move out, that should replace I don't know.
And that an officer's entry into a locked apartment building without permission and without a warrant of any kind was an illegal entry that violated a tenant's Fourth Amendment rights. The Sixth Circuit later affirmed in the 2006 case of U.S. versus Dillard that the Carragher case remained binding legal precedent in the circuit, at least when the door to the common area of the apartment building was locked. Here, Officer Lalumandier did not have a warrant and did not appear to have permission to enter the locked common area from any of the residents of the apartment complex, although it is strange that his key card would still be in his possession and working after he moved out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm pretty sure once you move out, if apartments like this, don't they usually take away the key card or like some type of stuff that you got to get into the building? Don't they do that, or is that not a thing no more? They don't take the key card away. Because how does he still have the old key card that when he shouldn't have that, right? He shouldn't still have that.
Such, a court could conclude that the entry was a Fourth Amendment violation, but more investigation into the facts would be necessary to reach a definitive conclusion.
I don't know. We're out here trying to deal with somebody at a house parking lot. Some guys up on their balcony yelling and trying to insinuate or incite everybody else to fight and cause problems. So we're up here trying to arrest them and refuse to open the door. Okay. I can hear them in there. They were all talking on the balcony until somebody came up and knocked on the door, didn't they? Big man. No, I came in to work a detail, and they just had an incident happen over at Holiday House parking lot, and we're out trying to deal with it, and this idiot right here comes out on the balcony and starts screaming at everybody, and he's been told and warned multiple times to come back inside.
All right. Dang, man. You got to call him an idiot? I understand you trying to figure the situation, but you really got to call the dude an idiot?
Cut it out, and he wants to sit there and just keep jaw jacking.
I guess, man, I guess.
If we can get inside this apartment, he's going to jail.
I guess.
If anyone else is in there, this is considered hindering.
The officer claims that if anyone else is inside the apartment, it is considered hindering to not open the door. Under Section 520.130 of the Kentucky Revised Statutes, quote, a person is guilty of hindering prosecution or apprehension in the second degree when, with the intent to hinder the apprehension, prosecution, conviction, or punishment of another who is being sought in connection with the commission of a criminal offense, he renders assistance to such person. Further, Section 520.110 of the Kentucky Revised Statutes states that, quote, a person renders assistance to another when he harbors or conceals such person or warns such person of impending discovery or apprehension. While refusing to open the door for the police to make an arrest could conceivably constitute harboring or concealing a suspect under some circumstances, it is crucial to understand that a court would almost certainly find that the Newport officers had no legal authority to demand entry to the apartment here. Unless there are exigent circumstances or consent is given, law enforcement officers need an arrest warrant to enter a suspect's own home to arrest them. And to enter a third party's home to arrest someone, officers must also obtain a search warrant to protect the third party's property.
So that seemed like they finna get sued crazy. You need an arrest warrant and you need a search warrant. You can't just go in somebody's apartment house without a warrant and without a search warrant. You need some type of warrant to, you know what I'm saying? You can't just do it. They probably went up there because they're getting frustrated. They, you know, so you know how sometimes Cosby, they get mad. Sometimes they think they're above you because they have a badge and, you know what I'm saying, abuse their power sometimes, but I don't know.
Privacy rights under the Fourth Amendment, even if they have an arrest warrant for the suspect. Therefore, if someone were inside and refusing to answer the door, it is unlikely that a court would find they could be lawfully arrested for hindering. Now, if you're not sure what you would do if the police came knocking on your door, well, then you may want to pick up a copy of the Civilian Rights Hand Guide, our comprehensive guide to navigate police interactions so you can understand the law to bring the police in the description and comment below.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, that's a good ad, bro. That's a good ad.
Thank you so much for your support. And now, let's continue with this interaction.
Sorry to wake you in the middle. This guy's, he's pushed the bar too far tonight.
But isn't it true that he doesn't have to open his door? If there's no warrant, but he don't got to open his door, I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong.
So this is Sierra Steps' apartment? Okay. Well, her apartment has caused 9 kinds of chaos here tonight. Just FYI. I don't know what you want to do on your end about it, but 328's a problem. Yeah. Sierra, I need you to come to the door. This is Officer Lomder, Newport Police. All right. If I get anything out here, I'll holler at you. All right. Bye. Sierra Step, come out to the door and talk to me.
Hey,
Sierra's boyfriend out in the hall.
Wait.
She's a mom.
Wait, I'm confused. Wasn't the Sierra person the one that was assaulted or whatever, right? Because I think the dude just said that the boyfriend's in her apartment. Why is he sent Sierra? Isn't Sierra the one that's downstairs, like on the ground? Isn't that her? Or am I confused?
Well,
Or
who's in her
different?
apartment right now?
Nobody's in there.
There is somebody in there.
I'll unlock the door right now for you guys. You guys are welcome to look.
So where did your buddy go in the red shirt?
Yeah, where's he at? I know Melissa, we're getting ready to look at the cameras.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know what happened, but
So where's he at? Because you got options to work with us or be hindered.
I'll work with you guys as much as you want.
So where'd he go? Because you're coming from that way. So where did he go?
I live down the hall.
Okay. Well,
I live down the hall. Here you guys go.
Like, why are you pressing him? He just said he lived down the hall. He's trying to help y'all. Like, my goodness, relax, take a chill pill, calm down, breathe. He just said he lived down the hall. Dang, what you think you think he helped him like escape or something? My goodness.
So actually, no, fuck that. I'm not letting you guys go in there.
we're not going to go in there, but if he's in there, he'd be best.
Nobody's in there.
Oh, that's fine.
But
We're just going to get a warrant. We'll go in anyway.
Pretty sure he just
So-
changed
oh, that's
shirts.
cool. Is it really that big of a deal?
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
fine.
It's him.
It's him. He just changed shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it?
You're slick. It's funny.
Yeah, that was a stupid move. Got to turn around.
Wait,
Tara, what do you mean?
yo, hold on. Don't tell me this is him. Don't tell me this is him. Hold on, bro. You're telling me you live down the hall. Hold on. If this is him, why did he come back? What? If this is really him, why did he come back? If I was him, bro, I'm leaving. I'm dipping. Because you just heard in the beginning, bro, it feels like a, kind of like a privacy thing. You can't come in there, like, you know what I'm saying? You need like a key card or an access code or whatever. If this is him, why did he, like, what?
It's obviously you.
You got it,
So,
Guys,
we gave him all.
I live down the hall. I am Sierra's
What
boyfriend.
apartment do you live in?
357.
What's your name?
Brandon Reddick. You can ask Melissa. I live right down the hall.
So how come
You can call her.
I am calling.
Wait, hold on. Wait, why do you live in two separate apartments? I mean, or unless they don't want to live together. But if y'all live in the same apartment complex, why don't y'all just live in the same apartment? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, do it.
So
I can unlock my apartment right now for you guys.
no, we believe you, but it was obvious that we were
It's
dealing
not.
with. It was.
Is Brandon Redding
call for
350 what?
357.
357. Okay, I'm pretty sure it was him out there on the balcony yelling at us, so I think we figured it out here. Anyways, I'll holler back at you after we clear.
My brother's a lieutenant in Florence. I respect the.
All right, that'll work then.
Get it.
Thank
So
you.
when we're
I
dealing with
really
something,
do. No, trust me.
I'm not gonna get anywhere.
That's not me.
On the wall.
You gonna make me go pull these video cameras?
You can
Melissa's
go-
getting up right now. I mean, dude, here's the thing.
No.
Here's the thing. We know it was you. All right.
No, you don't.
You want to make a bet? I can find out real
I'll-
quick.
There's no cameras in here.
Yeah, you want? I used to live here. I know there
I
is.
live here.
So did I. I lived here for 2 years. I know there's cameras here.
Yeah, there's cameras here, but not between my apartment and her. So you're not gonna.
How much you had to drink tonight?
Hold on. So wait, hold on, I'm confused. If that cop doesn't live there, why does he still have an old key card to the apartment complex? What? Don't they take back the key card? Or do they just make a new key card and for the new person that moves into that, send that apartment thing, they give him a new key card? How does he still, and why would you still have an old key card to an apartment complex that you lived in, that you used to live in? I don't understand that.
I live here.
Turn around here on the wrist.
Are you serious?
Yeah, absolutely.
100%. We told you out there. You didn't listen.
Dude,
This is the
I
law.
live here.
You shouldn't be.
Guys, come on. Really?
We worked with you. We
You guys
gave you
are-
multiple times.
I'm trying to work with you. I am trying to work with you guys. You guys are really going to just arrest me for this?
Officer Lalumandier placed Mr. Reddick under arrest and later issued him a citation for public intoxication. According to Section 222.202 of the Kentucky Revised Statutes, quote, a person is guilty of alcohol intoxication.
But also, they said it's not a public place. Remember, it's considered not a public place. I mean, it's not open to you know what I'm saying? So, wait, didn't I say that? It's not a public place, like it's a private apartment complex because you need a key card or an access code to get into the apartment or into the building.
When he appears in a public place manifestly under the influence of alcohol to the degree that he may endanger himself or other persons or property, or unreasonably annoy persons in his vicinity. Section 222.201 of the Revised Statute states that for the purposes of the Public Intoxication Statute, the term public place shall have the same meaning as it does in Section 525.010 of the Revised Statutes, which is the same definition used for the Disorderly Conduct Statute we discussed earlier in this episode. Now, although the statute does list hallways of apartment houses as an example of a so-called public place, it also requires the place to be one, now quoting, to which the public or a substantial group of persons has access. Accordingly, Mr. Reddick would have a strong argument that the secure hallway of the locked apartment building was not a public place, as it was only open to residents and their invitees. Further, as the Supreme Court of Kentucky explained in the 2016 case of Maloney versus Commonwealth, a violation of the Public Intoxication Statute, quote, requires much more than simply, quote unquote, being drunk. It requires some behavior that, quote unquote, manifests, meaning exhibits or demonstrates alcohol intoxication to the degree that he may endanger himself or other persons or property, or unreasonably annoy persons in his vicinity. Well, given this requirement, it seems improbable that a court would conclude that Mr. Reddick could be arrested for public intoxication, at least based on his conduct in the apartment building hallway.
Seriously. I live here.
Don't mean you can act when you're acting.
This is funny.
It's going to be near the Five Guys. Caller is now running.
What
This
happened?
is crazy. Guys, come on. Like, seriously, this is crazy. That's my old ID. That's my new one. They're both real.
I gotta head to that.
No, you're good.
Seriously, guys. All right, come on.
Dang. Wait, so basically, they really had no really reason to arrest him. Really? Right? Or am I wrong? I don't know, y'all. I'm be honest, y'all. To me, it really just seems like they wanted to arrest somebody. Like, it just seems like they went there, see what's going on. I really feel like they just really wanted to arrest somebody, and it was unfortunate this dude right here. Cause you know, sometimes when they didn't really arrest somebody during the day or whatever, or night, when the shift is like still going, they want to figure out how to arrest somebody just so they can say that they did something that day. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, man. I'm not gonna read this. No, you're not. I know. I promise, dude. I promise. I respect you guys.
Keep her down there, buddy.
Just go to the left. Gotcha.
Do you care if I put him in the back of your car, run get my car, and I'll come back over here and get him? That way I don't have to walk him all the way over in front of the levee.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you guys.
Okay.
Hey, you're not wrong. Reddy's not wrong.
See?
Reddy's not wrong. Hey, Reddy's not wrong. Reddy finna get sued.
Mr. Rettig was charged with public intoxication, with the citation indicating that the apartment complex hallway was a, quote, common area open to the public, despite the fact that the officers needed to use a key card to access it. The charge was dismissed with prejudice in October, and on December 10th, 2024, Mr. Rettig filed a federal lawsuit against Officer Lalumandier and the Newport Police Department. The lawsuits alleged violations of the First and Fourth Amendment, with claims including First Amendment retaliation, malicious arrest, malicious prosecution, excessive force, unlawful seizure of person, and battery. As of the date of writing this episode, the suit is still pending. Overall, Officer Lalumandier and the Newport officers get an F for unnecessarily arresting Mr. Rettig for his minorly disruptive behavior, knowingly misrepresenting the private nature of the apartment hallway in an attempt to support a public intoxication charge, and potentially violating the Fourth Amendment by entering a locked apartment building with an old key card. Now, while it is possible that a court could find that probable cause existed for a disorderly conduct arrest, the officers clearly seemed motivated by the content of Mr. Rettig's speech rather than its volume, and were apparently so offended that they were willing to abandon a crime scene, enter a locked apartment building, and make an arrest just to prove a point. I would also be remiss if I failed to mention the appalling manner in which the officers treated the assault victim before the encounter with Mr. Rettig even began. Although it is possible that some investigation occurred off camera, from the interactions captured on the body camera footage, the officers did not appear remotely interested in capturing the individual who assaulted the victim, and instead threatened the victim with arrest multiple times when she appeared to be confused and traumatized. Then, three officers...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If she was assaulted, shouldn't y'all be concerned with her and mention she's good, she ain't got no injuries, nothing really... Y'all worrying about a dude yelling in an apartment building to make a point to arrest him, and y'all not even trying to freak... Y'all sitting there threatening to arrest the assault victim, but she's confused. Obviously, she needs help. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. When you get assaulted, whatever you hit, whatever it is, you need help because you never know. You really never know. You probably got hit in a place where, you know what I'm saying, like, it could possibly be bad if you guys get what I'm trying to say.
Left the investigation to arrest Mr. Rettig, seemingly for offending them with his speech. This encounter demonstrates the importance of officer discretion and underscores the need for law enforcement to exercise empathy and ensure that violent crime investigation and victim support is prioritized over more trivial offenses. Mr. Rettig gets a B+ because although he potentially engaged in disorderly conduct by shouting from the balcony, he did an excellent job in physically submitting to the arrest while expressing verbal dissent, fighting the criminal charge against him, and pursuing appropriate civil legal action after his arrest. I commend Mr. Rettig for obtaining legal counsel and challenging the officer's actions in the courtroom rather than resisting during the arrest. However, it is important to note that disorderly conduct statutes are broadly written and often allow for punishment based on the volume of speech rather than its content. While the First Amendment protects an individual's right to free expression, with certain limited exceptions, courts have generally held that this protection does not extend to speech at an excessively loud volume that disrupts public peace, and that restrictions on the time, place, and manner of speech are permissible as long as they are content neutral, serve a significant governmental interest, and leave open alternative channels for communication. For this reason, I would advise Mr. Rettig to avoid shouting from balconies in the future, as the broad scope of the disorderly conduct statute grants officers significant discretion in determining what constitutes so-called unreasonable noise, at least for the purposes of probable cause. Let us know if there's an interaction.
Anyways, man, y'all let me know what y'all think down below about that. Do y'all think the cop was in the wrong, or do y'all think the dude was in the wrong from yelling, you know, sitting on the balcony to the girlfriend, to the cops? I don't know what you think down below, man, and I'll see you guys into the next one, man. We out.